Hey yo everyone and welcome, I'm your friend Artofmana and let's watch the 6th episode of my first UHC. More fishing! Yeah, that's where we start this episode, that's for sure. And you'll probably see a bit more of it, to be honest. This is kind of our life at this point. But, to be fair, by doing this, we did collect enough food, really, to be more than equipped for the rest of this UHC. And, it was actually a lot of fun. We got to hang out and chat and whatnot. Now, I just caught this raw salmon, and I'm wondering, is it possible to throw it down on the ground and it turn to beef? Let's double check. No. End of story. Basically, the raw salmon stays as raw salmon, but raw fish, will turn into beef. But then there's this little wolf sneaking up on me, and I could have sworn that we were told all wolves would be aggressive. Now, you can, get good stuff from killing a wolf, but, my head's spinning and I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure they're aggressive. So I'm sneaking up trying to get this beef here, but I don't see it coming after me, so I'm actually rethinking this, but I'm still keeping an eye out and not totally sold on this wolf being so close by. And I don't want to do anything and, make it aggressive. That seems like a bad idea. I don't have a bow and arrow or anything like that either. So, well, I do have a bow. I don't have any arrows. None of us have any arrows. So anyways, seems like a good thing to just sort of avoid, right? Anyway, we set up another furnace, tried to kind of do a little bit more cooking. Of course, I realized I set that up and didn't really have anything to cook. But this was kind of a neat little moment because I finally, for the first time in a long time, was able to get to full hunger. No longer was I worried about that starvation bit. And I was a little bit feeling bad about that because I realized I should have offered to the rest first before I did that and made sure that was all fine. But really, we were collecting plenty of food, so all was good. But then this wolf started kind of coming back. I mean, look at this, just kind of creeping up. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous here, panicking just a little bit. I mean, you know how Minecraft is. One moment, everything seems to be fine, and the next, everything is just totally wrong, right? So I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with wolves. I do know one time I had a moment where a wolf did kill me, so I was a little bit nervous. Of course, Addie and Shell there with the golden apples, so most teams are doing pretty good. We're looking a little shabby. And then we see name tags. All right. And so then it becomes a we need to get out of here moment. And it really, to be honest, was a bit of everyone for themselves. We decided to keep the border on our left so that we could make sure that we're at least not too far apart. And that worked actually pretty well. So we gathered at a tree where we decided that we would dig down. That seemed to be the safest thing to do. But, it was pretty hairy there. And I actually didn't see the name tags in the first place, so I'm trying to look back and see if I see anything, but I don't. And the others are kind of saying, that they're still there, still behind us. Anyways, all I know is I'm following, and when they start digging this hole, I'm going in as well. It seemed like the best option. We were hoping that basically they would run past us or over us at this point. We made enough distance that we could do this. And, at this point, hunger wasn't such an issue, so we could run. So I try to quickly plug up this hole. Didn't do it too fast. Pufferfish doesn't make a good hole filler. And then let there be light. Now, at this point, we're all just kind of tunneling and getting some depth so that we're not too close to the surface. And this right here was kind of interesting because Flob, by blocking that area off, was able to see in the dark the name tags a little more clearly, and so was able to see the name tags actually cross over us. So at this point, we know it's at least somewhat safe. We can get out of this hole and start kind of regrouping and being on the surface again. Now, it took us a little bit of time to figure out what to do. At this point, really, we're fishing. We don't have any diamonds. We really don't have much of a chance to find diamonds again. Unfortunately, that kind of passed, and we're kicking ourselves again for not having at least an enchanting table. And we find this little area, and I'm kind of spooked because obviously someone's been here before. There's this little platform floating in the sky. The trees are are despawning. But hey, we don't really have much else to do, so I just, take a seat and start fishing again. And this is sort of what we do. And we just chatted a bit, and not really a whole lot happened. Really, we're not hurting for too much other than anything that's going to make us effective in a final fight. And I think we've kind of resigned ourselves to this fact. But we do decide to move on. I'm not sure at this point really if it was because of name tags or border. But whichever it was, we decided to move in. And we actually found that there was a nice little area right here where we could fish some more. So that's where we leave on this episode. In the next one, who knows? Maybe we'll do something more than fishing. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. The UHC continues in the next one coming out tomorrow. And you can also check out the perspectives of all the other players who were recording by visiting my website, artofmana.weebly.com, and seeing a compilation of all the various players who recorded. Oh, and if you want to join either Jandoncom or myself as a patron, links are in the description. We've got lots of cool things going on, so I'll see you around. Bye!